All right, hey everybody, Jared C. Comer. Apologize again. This should be the last episode that it has an audio problem, unless I completely mess up on my next recording session. But right now, I hope you guys are all right. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. And today, the C stands for condor. Now, I had a long time thinking about this one, but I finally just came about this. I was thinking about birds, and I was thinking about anything that began with a C, and cockapoo sounded silly, and kookaburra began with a K, and so, but condor came in mind, and it because it reminded me of a story that I had. Of me having a personal experience with a condor. Not many people get to have this, and I'm really proud. Proud? Should I be proud of what happened? I don't know. I didn't kill it. I did not kill it. Don't worry about that. Now, it all started when what was it? Probably 10 years now. It was for my 17th birthday. I'm almost 27 now. And I went, my grandparents took me to, Peru for a missions trip. All right, and it's just in South Africa. That's where Peru is. It's just right beneath where we live, and actually, quite literally, is in the same time zone as New York and anything on the East Coast. Obviously, this map does not show that very well, but we're in the same time zone, so it's just like you don't have to alter your watch or anything. It's great. It's just a straight shot down south to where Peru is. We lived in Lima for about a week, maybe 10 days. And we hopped around from church to church, giving our testimonies and all that, blah blah blah. And we built a church. Well, helped build a church. We made maybe a couple of walls. We worked for a few days there, and literally a week of vacation. It was kind of interesting. But yeah, and in Peru, there's this lake that we went to, and the lake was very giggle-worthy of a name. Lake Titicaca. And just like every kindergartner is laughing now, and every college kid is laughing now. Let's be honest, they're both the same. Compass, go away. But yeah, right there, that lake, Titicaca. We went there one day. I think because we couldn't go to Machu Picchu that day, so we went to the lake instead. I didn't get to see one of the 7 wonders of the world. That's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. But anyways, on the lake, there's these floating islands, and on the floating islands, the floating islands themselves are made of reeds. So it's like they just cut up the plants on the lake and just bundle them up, and they are just massive islands. You can step on them, you can walk on them. I saw dozens of people just living on them. There's huts on them. People are living on these islands. And there's a nice little tourist shop, I guess it is, with a bunch of trinkets and all that. And they completely just ripped me off. I left that island and went back to a regular store and found the exact same thing, and probably even better, for like less than half the price. And it was I got screwed over. I understand that. I got tricked. I got the wool pulled over my eyes, the alpaca wool. And on the island that we went on, there was this just big old bird, just big and nasty. He wasn't bald. This isn't the classic condor that you think it was. This one was completely feathered, big gray. Just looked like a what's the word? A smoky mountain of a bird. If that makes any sense at all. And he's just like, it was super cool to see just a bird just chilling out there. I felt like he could fly. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe they had his wings clipped. But he was just sitting there relaxing. Maybe he was used to tourists, which I could completely believe when when I and my dumb looking self. I had a cowboy hat that time. They got it for me. I still have that hat. That's the redonkadonk thing. I wore a hoodie. It was cold on the lake, and I was apparently a tall, long-legged boy. Look at me in that dumb smile that turns into a ah. I pointed at the condor. I was so excited because I just love, I loved animals. I still love it. Still love animals, but it's just like, and I'm also dumb and dangerous. Dumb and do dumb things. My tour guide, our tour guide, was like, yeah, you can touch him, for a fee, of course. So I paid him. Paid the guy. It was just like maybe like one large coin. I can't remember the exact price. And I paid him. And I went over to pet the little bird. The bird was my size. So it's like I come over to the bird and it's like, yay. And he's just like, yeah, just wait, I don't think, but I didn't care. I didn't hear him for the rest of the time. I wanted to go and pet a giant bird. So when I went to pet him, I put my hand in front of his face, and he, in a second, nope, that's not how you do it. There we go. And he just bit me. The condor just freaking bit me. And it was just like, how dare you put your hand in my face? And I was just like, whoa, you bit me. What the heck? I didn't mean to do that out of disrespect. I was kind of taken aback. It scared me more than it hurt me. But it's just like, I had a bunch of people make fun of this. It's like, I guess you're going to turn into a condor man. And that's just silly. The tour guide then is just like, did I mention that you had to pet him from behind? And it's just like, apparently I have to pay for each pet as well. So I had to pay a second. I got incredibly ripped off during this tour trip. But I still managed to pet the bird. It was fun. It was great. I think I had to wash my hands after due to just lice and all that. But it was just like, it was a grand old time. Made sure I was able to, I learned the error of my ways, which is for every bird you must come up behind them. And if you can do that, good job. That's a first. Seriously, this condor, if it was probably in the wild, would have killed me on the spot. I was young and dumb. I was young. I was reckless. I did a lot of silly things. I used too much booze. See, there you go. Me petting him on the back of his head. He's like, yeah, I did it. And just like, that was me and my excitement. I'm still petting the bird. And just, that was me, super happy. I still had a great time. I would do it again. I would go to Peru. I'd go to Lake Titicaca. I'd go see Machu Picchu if I could, and I would, in fact, just hug the bird. I would hug the bird. I totally would hug the bird. I'd be dumber than I was 10 years ago, with full knowledge that it may just nip at me. Of course, condors I also know are kind of disease riddled or bacteria riddled. The lice. Oh god, the lice. That would definitely be wrong. But yeah, that's my story of Peru, and the condor, Lake Titicaca. Leave a like if you enjoyed this story at all. Share it if you think other people will enjoy the story. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and leave a comment below and suggest maybe another story from my childhood. Maybe draw something of actual use and value. Just give me a request down below, or just say how much you enjoyed the video. All is good. And until next time, where my audio and my pretty face should be seen again, I'll see you next time. Yeah.